reading them. Just the conversation has been flowing, and we do need to continue with the dating app reviews. I guess just really last thing on the bar and club thing. Have any of you ever dated like a guy who's really protective of you?
Yes.
Like territorial, really protective. Did you like it, not like it?
At times. I mean, there are certain things that I like, oh yeah, that's very attractive, but it depends.
Did you ever go out with your boyfriend?
Yes.
Was there ever a situation where like maybe he stepped away for a sec and then like a guy had approached you or something at a party? Like has it ever like resulted in a fight or anything? You're shaking your head. Yes, we'll get to you.
Like in a relation or a fight between us?
Yeah, like let's say you're at a party with your guy and maybe he steps away and some dude steps to you.
It
and
started in a fight.
It started
like
fights.
Like a big one, yeah.
What have you had an experience similar to that? What about you?
No.
3 weeks, I know it's tough. It's soon. It's coming.
Thanks,
I feel it.
I
I've got an
appreciate
intuition. Go ahead.
Yes.
Tell us like the quick story.
Well, mine was weird. It like wasn't really like a club or a party or anything like that. It was more like a kickback, and I invited my boyfriend, and honestly, I was really drunk, so I don't remember at exactly what point he got mad, but he got really mad. And it was weird because it was all my best friends there and their boyfriends was like the entire setting. So like everyone who was there had someone they were with. And I don't know.
Yeah, my fight was pretty bad as well. Like, and I didn't think it needed to be that bad. Like,
can you tell us a little story, like what happened?
I was at a party for like one of my friends, and then we were all there. He was there with me. He was talking to one of his guy friends, and a friend of ours that we both know came up to me, and he completely forgot he didn't know him. He was like drunk, and he like said hi to me, and I was like, oh hey, what's up? And then like the guy left, and he pulled me aside, and he was like, who was that? And I was like, oh, it was blah, blah, blah. Like, you know him. Like, we both know him. He's our friend. And he was, like, really pissed that I didn't, like, immediately, like, call him over. Or I don't know, like, I didn't make him in the conversation, even though all we said was hi and bye. And we had to, like, step outside because he got, like, super mad about it. And it, like, led to us leaving early and stuff like that.
So what happened? There's
just one of our friends came up to us, and that he was just kind of mad that, like, he wasn't involved in the conversation. I honestly don't know what triggered him, but he was like a whole nother ordeal. Like, we got in fights.
So did your boyfriend get sparked up? I'm just confused.
Yeah, he kind of just like got mad about the fact, like the fact that he saw me talking to another guy from across the party, like triggered him.
Oh, your boyfriend got mad. Okay.
Yeah, my boyfriend got mad.
And it was a physical fight?
No.
Oh.
No.
Okay, but it could have been.
Yeah.
Okay. A lot of fights go down because something, well, not always. Some dumbass could bump into somebody else, but a lot of times there's a kind of a love interest involved. But okay, so I want to ask, at a party, like, has a guy ever crossed the line with you at a party? Maybe got a little handsy, maybe he was a little too forward with how he was speaking to you, maybe he was being disrespectful, called you a name. You know, guys, sometimes, look, no excuse for it, but when people get drunk, sometimes they run their mouth a little bit. Not an excuse, but not, just to be clear, 100% not your fault, but has that ever happened to you? A guy's gotten handsy or ran his mouth a little bit?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah? Into the mic? Yes, just I need a yes.
Yes.
100% yes. Absolutely.
No, not really.
Oh, all right. Okay.
Usually, like every time I've been approached at a party, I like the guy catches the vibe pretty well, like if I'm interested or if I'm not.
Okay,
but
sure.
I haven't gone to a party in a while, so I don't know.
Yeah, and for any of you who have had that situation happen to you, were you like with a guy, like maybe a guy you were interested in? He didn't do it to you, but like some other dude did.
Like, were we?
For you, there was that one time with your boyfriend. So, I mean, this is just another reason why, again, it's not your fault, but like that happens, and we, like, men, we want to like protect our girl. Like, we don't want our girl to be in like and again, it's not your fault, but like in these situations, like guys are being dickheads, they're getting drunk, like some of them get handsy and we don't want our girls like being victimized in that way. So, it's like just us wanting to protect you, basically. Like, it's not some like controlling thing. Like, we just want you to be safe, and like because we know what goes on in these environments. And more specific, actually, did you want to come in?
No, I was gonna say, like, well, if that's the main issue, shouldn't, like, you as guys be, like, talking to your friends and being like, why are you guys with those guys in the first place? Guys who get handsy, guys who cross the line. Like, you guys should be telling them, because it's not us. We're just there, and if they're the persons who are crossing the line, that's a total, it's like an issue with them.
I mean, in an ideal world, yes, but should war not exist? Should crime not exist? Absolutely. Should people not commit crimes? But whether you're a man or a woman, you do need to take some degree of proactivity in the situations you put yourself in. For example, me, even like as a guy, there are certain parts of town, there are certain areas in this country that I'm not going to walk through at 2 a.m., 3 a.m. in the morning. So I think there is some degree of accountability and self-responsibility. Would it be wonderful if there, like I said, there's no crime, no war? Sure, but if I'm gonna maybe think like, okay, if I'm walking in a certain area, I'm gonna maybe take a certain route, or I'm gonna have friends with me, or I'm not gonna put myself in certain positions. For example, if I have, like, let's say I have a Lamborghini. I'm not going to park that in a dangerous part of town. I'm not going to park that car in a dangerous. Wait, there's a different way to do this analogy, but in any case, if there does need to be accountability on both sides. Should men be acting like pigs? Absolutely not. Should you maybe not go to certain venues because there's a greater likelihood of getting victimized?
Places do have reputations for sure.
Yeah, I'm not going to walk through Compton at 3 a.m. Should I be victimized? No. But is Compton safe now? I don't know. But there's certain parts where you just you need to take some accountability and have agency and be assess the risk factor and be I'm not going to put myself in this situation.
I mean, I think it's a little bit different because that's fear for your life over fear of maybe a guy coming on to you and something that someone could pull him away. I mean, there's definitely worse things that can happen in bars for sure.
Sure. Well, and just last thing on the whole bar and club thing. And did you want to keep going? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there.
Oh, I mean, it's a public area, so it can't get too out of hand unless there's definitely instances. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but
you guys go out to IV, right? Isla Vista?
Yeah.
You see, I'm sure you see fights every single night you go out. Dudes are getting sparked, getting permanent brain damage. You've never seen a dude knocked out. Ambulance has to come. He's all fucked up. Mm-hmm. Some dudes, people get permanent brain damage, fighting, getting in drunk fights. Sometimes that's related to.
M. Martin,
thank you, Martin. Thank you. Appreciate it.
It's about using your common sense. If a chef cooks naked, he'll get grease burns all over. If he cooks with his chef whites, maybe only his hands get burns. Will it do away with burns altogether? No. It's about mitigation.
Yeah, and I just I guess last thing on here before we get to the super chats, guys. Sorry that we're slacking a little bit on super chats. We will get to them. Just the last thing with the bars and club stuff. So, gentlemen, I do not recommend. I think some of you said perhaps an antidote to the whole issue is, well, just go out with your girlfriend. Guys, do not go out and party with your girl. Do not. It is a liability. Trust me, guys. It's a liability. Okay, I'm going to ask a question just to perhaps prove this. Well, I'll say this. If some drunk dude gets handsy with your girl, she's going to look to you to intervene. And by the way, if your girl, if you're dating a masculine chick and a dude gets handsy with her, she's going to talk to him and she's going to get aggressive. And if he's aggressive, again, it's not her fault, but you have to consider risk factors here. If a girl has a loud mouth and she talks to a dude, maybe some dude doesn't even get handsy. He just calls her some dumb name. He's drunk while passing by her and she's like, F you. The guy turns around. He's going to spark you up first. And then he's because guys are not going to spark up a girl, but if the girl's with a guy, they're going to say, the guy's the threat. him up and then like he'll, I don't know. So it's a liability to go out with a girl because if the girl gets heated with another dude, then the dude's not going to spark her up. She's going to spark you up. So let me ask you guys a question. Do you guys watch